Hello and welcome to another Onward Scrimcast. Not a Scrimcast, excuse me. This is a community cast. This is an Onward community cast. We have ECO against DownBrothersDB. And we will be getting started momentarily. I'm just checking into the Discord, see what's going on in the lobby. Not quite sure what happened to that scoreboard there, but I assure you that starts at 0-0. And we do have all 10 players in the lobby now. Looks like we are all green. I imagine we'll be getting this first round started shortly. And there are the beeps. Let me get back on the right screen and bring you over. Wait, nope. Still the wrong screen. There we go. And bring it in. Here we go. We've got ECO starting it off on the Marsoc round. They will be attacking the North Stair OBJ. Whoa, sorry, little camera lag there. Looks like we've got all 5 on their way here to the North Stair. Jigsaw and Mango gonna breach off and head towards the Horseshoe overpass. Does not look like we have a Volk pushing up the stair. We do have King and White John Wick, it looks like, downstairs at the base of the stairs. Defending here. Looks like we're also going to have a little bit of an encounter over by Horseshoe pretty soon. I think that Down Brother member over there is under the stair. So we got a little while before they'll be encountering Jigsaw, and I believe that's Mangu with Jigsaw. Silver Bodyguard proned up here on the subway stairs. Looks like they might have caught a little peek onto King. Maybe that was pre-fire, but they are. Lovemore will take down King. Let's check in with Jigsaw and Mangu real quick. We're about to get some more action on this North Stair. Yep, they're pushing right in there. We should get back over there. It looks like they could be capping any moment now. A lot of smoke out. White John Wick is tucked in as Mangu will get the pick on Deadeye over there by the Horseshoe. I'm not sure. Deadeye was on the north platform. But getting shot from the Horseshoe. We're also going to get Ed Raven underneath the Horseshoe, leaving just White John Wick alive. Oh no, no! I saw White John Wick go down, and I thought that was the last kill, but it was an uplink. I'm sorry, I was distracted there and missed it. Nice job to ECO. That was Scotty got the uplink. Let's get those points on the board. That is 2 points to the home team. And then let's get you swapped over. Alright, so we've got ECO coming out strong. Getting 2 points up quick. Up here on the North Stair OBJ. They seem to have a well-coordinated push. The guys coming down the stairs seem to be making their push down the stairs right around the same time as the guys going down the Horseshoe stairs. At least the kills started coming out at about the same time, so it seemed like it was well timed, well in unison. So tip of the hat to ECO for that. Coming up, when we come back in, we'll have Down Brothers attempt on the Marsoc round. And I hear that we've got some special friends from the Kalapana community cheering on Down Brothers tonight. Just want to say hello to them. Probably butchered that name, but on the off chance I got it right, thanks for stopping into the stream. And there are the beeps, so let's bring you back in. Got Down Brothers starting off on their first Marsoc round. For those who are unfamiliar, we are playing Onward in VR. These players have headsets on, and when you see them standing, they're standing. When they're crouching, they're crouching. And last round, when that guy was laying on the ground, he was actually laying on the floor in his room. The point of the goal for our offense as we follow DB Hunter towards the North Stair is to get to that uplink, that satellite dish we saw last round, and punch in a code. They'll get 2 points for that. If they are not able to get that code punched in, they can eliminate the entirety of the other team, and they'll get a 1 point for that. The Volk on defense only have the option to wait out the time or to eliminate all of the Marsoc attackers, for which they would receive 1 point in either instance. So you got a chance for 2 points on offense, only 1 point on defense, so it's a little way to balance the general defensive advantage you find in a lot of games. Got DB Hunter bypass North Stair and is making their way down overpass to the Horseshoe. Looking down at our mini-map, it looks like we've got 2 downstairs maybe, and 2 going down the south stair. Let's check in with Deadeye out here on the platform. Deadeye coming in from L Room with White John Wick to the south train car. Some people call this the number 4 track. I'm trying to work that into my routine. Shots coming out. Deadeye taking out Ed Raven. An unfortunate team kill. That was a teammate. Okay, looking at this ECO defense. Actually, before I say that, it looks like we've got King. I think Ed Raven was right there with King. Oh no! They did it again! He did it again. White John Wick taking out King here. Let's see, I think we got both of them right there. Taking us quickly to a 5v3 in ECO's favor. That's going to make this offense a lot harder. Let's check back in with DB Hunter. They're making their way down these North Horseshoes. Looks like they've got Lovemore, I think that is. Across the track, Lovemore. Can we zoom in? Lovemore. Scotty's upstairs. Does look like there's pillars in the way preventing DB Hunter and Lovemore from seeing one another. We do also have someone, looks like they're way back in the number 1 track. Yep, we've got Silver Bodyguard. If DB Hunter's able to get one, oh, he's gonna go down to both of them, both taking shots at the same time. Risky business being opposite each other and shooting the same target. They could have easily had a little crossfire there. Let's check in with White John Wick. Still got White John Wick and who was that? Deadeye on the Marsoc round. Deadeye pushing up to the number 2 track in the south-north subway train. Silver Bodyguard over in the number 1 track on the east. Lovemore in the number 1 track on the west. Still have 5 up for ECO. Jigsaw, I think that was, just had a little desk pop. Magoo and Jigsaw on OBJ. Still got Scotty upstairs watching for a flank as Silver Bodyguard will get picks onto Deadeye, leaving just John Wick on offense. Let's ride along and see what they see. They're very focused on Silver Bodyguard, at risk of getting shot from Lovemore from the rear. Silver Bodyguard, I think, is just doing a little pre-fire, taking pot shots. I don't think they actually had eyes on White John Wick in that when they were shooting there. Just Just trying to drive his anxiety level up a little bit, try and encourage him to make a mistake. That's something a lot of younger players, and myself, I make I do this as well, is they try and force too much instead of just letting the opposition make mistakes. Lovemore staying tucked in over there in the #1 track, as Silver Bodyguard will finally get that shot. They traded quite a few and do finally get that pick, putting a 3rd point up on the board for ECO here on Subway, our first map. When we come back in, we will have this looks like the basement of the OBJ. I've played Onward before, I know these things. Yes, this is the basement OBJ. This one does tend to favor defense a little bit. However, because there are only a few entrance points, because there are so few entrance points, if Marsoc is able to gain control of one of those, they can quickly turn the tide back in their favor. And there are the beeps, so let's get you jump back in. Wrong button, I wanted to spacebar and jump in with Marsoc. We've got the same West Stair spawn here for Marsoc. This is a common spawn for most of the objectives on this map. Looks like we're going to get a 3-2 split from ECO, with Scotty and Lovemore pushing towards North Stair and the other 3 choosing to go down the maintenance stair there. I'm stuck on a sign. One of the things we all casters love about Subway is how many obstacles you can get stuck on. It's really quite impressive they cram so many in. And Scotty and Lovemore are going to come down the North Stair. It does not look like they will encounter any resistance on the platform. As who is that up in front? Silver Bodyguard. That's who I want to catch up. Silver Bodyguard looks like they're going to be our first one to engage. Is King down here, or is King? Yeah, King's waiting down by the maintenance stair. Interesting that they were able to get past them. We've got Jigsaw upstairs. But what I was saying is I think we're going to see Silver Bodyguard running into DB Hunter soon. So I wanted to get back over here and catch this out, as Silver Bodyguard would certainly have heard those footsteps, judging by the smoke. Looks like they both probably know each other's here. King, upstairs over somewhere else, is going to get Mangu. That flash will connect with DB Hunter, and DB Hunter is going to go down trying to find a good spot in that smoke. Silver Bodyguard also going to get Ed Raven down here on the basement. There was 2 kills, 1 or 2 kills on ECO upstairs that I missed. I apologize for that. I know one of them was Jigsaw. We did call out Mangu. We did hear that. So now we do have Silver Bodyguard having control of that basement entrance, although, wait a minute, it looks like King may be coming in for a flank. Is Silver Bodyguard going to be ready for it? King has slowed up. Good for King. Good choice. Silver Bodyguard does not appear to have heard anything yet. Oh, nope, now they check back, and with the quick swing, they're going to pick up King. That's just unfortunate timing on King's part. For King, not on his part. Leaving us with a 2-3 in the Marsoc favor. We've got Lovemore and Scotty pushing down the maintenance stair, I think that is, looking to join up with Silver Bodyguard from the rear. We still have Deadeye and White John Wick on OBJ. Silver Bodyguard choosing to push up without his teammates. I might caution, and they have slowed up a little bit. No, they are going to go down. I was just about to say I might have cautioned that they wait until Scotty and Lovemore were able to reconnect with them. But they will go down to, that was Deadeye. Deadeye's also going to pick up Lovemore but get refragged by Scotty, leaving us in a 1v1 between Scotty and White John Wick. Let's ride along with Scotty for the end of the round. And they will trade out, giving Down Brothers their first point. Good defense, Down Brothers. Let's get a tab up there. Let's get a point on the board for Down Brothers. Let's get swapped over. Alright. Looks like we've got Lord Nas in the chat. Lord Nas, thanks for checking in. I do apologize, I think that chat's been there for a little while. It's kind of hard for me to keep up to speed with the chat. I am somewhat of a new streamer, and there are too many things on my screen right now. All the same, thank you for being here, and thank you to all of our other friends who came out to support ECO and Down Brothers. Currently sitting at a 3-1, getting ready for the 4th round. ECO did get a cap on that first round on North Stair. If you were watching, don't clip it. I did a terrible job of casting. Just kidding, you should totally clip that for your friends. Where we will still be on a basement OBJ when we come back in. It will be Down Brothers' turn to attack, and they will have that west stair spawn up on the upstairs level. And there are the beeps. Let's get you jumped back over. We've got Down Brothers starting off on Marsoc now, starting off their Marsoc round here. Up on top of West Service Stair. Looks like King might be getting ready to go down those stairs. Oh, round reset. Get it, Deadman, get it. There we go. Not quite sure what happened, but they called for a round reset. Did get it. Makarov gonna, Jigsaw gonna get Mangu with the Makarov. Me personally, I think if it's a round reset, you should go with the knife fight, like gentlemen, but you know, every team's got their own customs. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong for shooting someone with a Makarov. I've done it before myself. Alright, there go the beeps again. Let's jump back over. Looks like this time we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Down Brothers. You can hear them counting along. I guess that means that we were missing one on the last try. Ed Raven gonna break off towards North Stair. White John Wick and Deadeye gonna make their way towards South Stair. As, who was that? DB Hunter and King went down the West Service Stair. Looks like we've got Mangu up in Overpass. I think Ed Raven went North Stair, so Mangu will not be encountering anyone. It does not look like we have any platform. Oh, nope, I lied. There's Lovemore in the number 2 track. But White John Wick and Deadeye will be able to get down to the South Stair, South Sub-Stair without running into any resistance. Unless, of course, Lovemore here pops out and does some kind of a rotation, which I'm gonna say is very unlikely. Lovemore taking shots. I'm not sure what they see. Ed Raven is over there, but they're very far back. It doesn't look like they've peeked yet. Admittedly, I haven't been watching. Let's catch back up with White John Wick and Deadeye Hunter. They're going to be coming down these stairs. Oh, down. There we go, down. They're going to be coming down these stairs right about the same time that DB Hunter and King come out. If they time this right, they can pinch Silver Bodyguard and maybe keep all four alive. Jigsaw is watching the south stair, though. South sub-stair. So he will be providing some support for Silver Bodyguard as DB Hunter goes down to the C4. That is a full kill. White John Wick gonna get a clean pick onto Jigsaw. Lovemore getting Ed Raven up on North Stair. White John Wick getting Silver Bodyguard from South Sub out there watching the tunnel entrance, leaving us with a 3v3. Lovemore still upstairs. Lovemore and Mangu still upstairs. ECO really need to be rotating fast. They've got all three Marsoc down here. And just... whoa. Camera lag. Sorry about that. Just Scotty. Scotty gets down. This is definitely a cap potential. Sorry, my game is dropping frames. Mangu comes back. Mangu gonna pick up Deadeye. Deadeye just down so they can make calls. Mangu gonna pick up White John Wick. Good swing, Mangu. Lovemore hanging back on South Substair. They think they're gonna come down and pick up King in the back. And they are giving ECO the 4th point and the map. Oh man, that was so close. That was so close. Now, of course, Down Brothers doesn't have the benefit of caster vision, so they don't know this. But if they had just pushed up right as soon as they downed... Who was that? I think it was Scotty was on the Coke machine. If they had pushed hard when they downed Scotty, that could have been a cap and would have taken this map in an entirely different direction. Of course, they couldn't know that. I'm not trying to shame them. It's not their fault. They did not see what I could see. We will be on a slight hold here as we have to do a rehost. For those of you who do not know, for Season 14 and VRML, to combat the lobby crash bug, we are supposed to rehost between each map. So I'm going to throw you into a quick intermission and we'll be rejoining momentarily. And our second map will be Bazaar. Let's see, we've got 9 out of 10 players loaded back in. I think we might be getting a substitution from Down Brothers. Or someone's just having a little bit longer to load. Either way, we do have the map set and we will be getting this going shortly. Just need to do a couple castery things. I'll be rejoining you momentarily. And it does look like we had a substitution for Down Brothers. I see Naki808 has joined. Naki was the one who asked me to send a shout out to our friends from the Kalapana community, so those friends at home, do give him a cheer when you see him in the next round. I should say that came from the whole team. I do not know who all on the team is part of that group. I just know Naki specifically. But, you know, cheer the whole team if you're their friends. That's, you know, what friends do. And there are the beeps, so let's jumped back over. Again, we've got Bazaar here for our second map. We're gonna have Down Brothers on offense, taking their Marsoc round. They're gonna be attacking the northwest OBJ. I personally like this OBJ. I think it's pretty evenly matched and a lot of fun for both Volk and for Marsoc. We've got Deadeye and Ed Raven making their way along the south. Had the other three pushing straight up East Street. Deadeye, I don't know if they saw something through Murder Window there or if that was a misfire, but that was a little unfortunate as that's going to tip off the Volk that they are approaching from this side. Ed Raven making peeks through Murder Windows as Deadeye will go down to Lovemore out of the little courtyard, OBJ courtyard. Ed Raven gonna take the same peek. His friend is completely dead. There is no res available. Don't know if he just came over for the utility or if he was coming to check in on him. I'm stuck on a box. Ed Raven rotating back, might be able to get eyes onto Silver Bodyguard. Silver Bodyguard is peeking out through that Murder Window. They got eyes on Ed. Took some shots but did not connect. Where did Ed go? Ed went upstairs on Billboard. Still looking to tussle with Silver Bodyguard over there. We've got our two of our friends that went to the east. It looks like Naki and DB Hunter. Naki gonna go down to Mangu, are coming in from the north. Let's check in with DB Hunter. We haven't seen them yet. DB Hunter stuck in some smoke. You see, I think that's Naki's body right there. They went down to Mangu in the northwest corner through those windows probably. As DB Hunter does make it around the bags to the pallets. Putting some shots up where Mangu was. Not going to find anything as Mangu has rotated away. Jigsaw popping up to the corner here on North Street. Jigsaw's going to back off just a little bit. Ed Raven is on the move. They've made their way around to Split Street, trying to get a different angle where Silver Bodyguard has been. I like this rotate. I like this move. That's a clever rotate. It looks like Silver Bodyguard is making kind of a similar thing. Neither of them gonna find each other. Where are you going, Ed? Let's jump back in with Ed for a minute. DB Hunter up in the north is able to make their way very far along that north wall to the west since Mangu has rotated further out. ECO with 5 still alive have pulled in a little bit from their starting positions, although it looks like it's mostly just Mangu who has moved. Ed Raven... Oh, I gotta jump out. Ed Raven making their way through the market. DB Hunter is coming around the corner here in the north. What is Mangu looking at? This is an interesting angle. I think Mangu is waiting and listening for footsteps so that they can pop out and catch anyone in this area, as Silver Bodyguard is going to get picks on Ed Raven, as Ed Raven was trying to cross from Kiat. So yeah, I was saying I think Mangu's just over here listening for footsteps so that they can jump out and catch someone exactly where DB Hunter currently is, but DB Hunter is not making much noise. DB Hunter, or Mangu gonna jump out, they're gonna trade, and ECO is going to get the win. Let's get 1 point on the board for them. Let's get that up first. Let's get 1 point on the board for ECO. That is a point on the wrong map. No. That was a point on the right map. That was the wrong one. Alright, let's get you swapped over there. 1-0. Oh no. No, that was wrong. Here, let me fix that real quick. So that's this and this. Nope. That's 1. That's 0. There we go. ECO up 1-0 against Down Brothers. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. I never updated my team logos. I just realized that. I'm a terrible caster. Let me at least just turn those off. That is a little embarrassing. I am not gonna lie. That is a little... In my defense, I did pick up this cast a little bit late, but that's no excuse. I should have caught that. Anyways, moving on. We are going into the second round here on Bazaar. It'll be the Volk round for Down Brothers and the Marsoc round for ECO. They will be attacking that same northwest OBJ. And there are the beeps, so let's jump back over into the gameplay. And jumped in with our Marsocs here in the southeast. They got the same spawn that Down Brothers had. And it looks like we are going to get a 4-1 split. I think that's going to end up being a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1. Lovemore, Silver Bodyguard, Mangu, and Scotty all pushing up through the southeast courtyard to Broadway, as Jigsaw going to push far into the west, out of spawn. Our group of 4 continue to push north through the market as they slowly make their way west. Jigsaw is on the stairs or looking through murder windows. Jigsaw's looking through murder windows in the southwest courtyard. Got a flash coming into northwest courtyard from Silver Bodyguard. They're going to go down to Ed Raven here in the northwest courtyard. Still got 3 Marsocs, 3 ECO in the north. Lovemore and Scotty approaching Kiat from the market, and then we've got one more. I think that's Mangu up on North Street. Jigsaw is still taking their time. They've made it across Main Street and they're now pushing into the northwest courtyard. Let's ride along with Jigsaw a little. The Down Brothers defense is a little more tucked in. Well, not tucked in, I should say. They're just a little further west than ECO played it. ECO had Silver Bodyguard punched out a little bit more. I think that's why we haven't had too many encounters yet. But ECO is getting further along the west. Ed Raven gonna jump out and get a pick onto Jigsaw. Good swing on Ed Raven, now getting 2 kills on the round. Lovemore and Scotty making their way through the west shops into the west courtyard from Kiat. Mangu up on North Street. Deadeye, I think, is behind... Oh, Deadeye is in this northwest building. Scotty gonna get picks onto Ed Raven. Deadeye and Mangu gonna trade up on North Street, but Deadeye is just down, leaving just Lovemore alive, and Lovemore goes down. Lovemore goes down to Naki. Where was Naki? Looks like they're in Blue Room over here. giving us a 1-1 tie here on Bazaar. Let's see if I can do the scoreboard right this time. I didn't. Why isn't that? Tab, OBS. Okay, we're gonna do that the old-fashioned way. To give a point. Alright, let's get you swapped over there. 1-1 here on Bazaar, both teams taking their Volk route. When we come back in, it's going to be a Kiat OBJ. I do not like playing Kiat OBJ, but I do enjoy casting it because it is almost always spicy. There are a lot of ways in to cap, there are a lot of different places you can cap from. So it is difficult for the defense. I think it is universally agreed upon this is the toughest OBJ for the defense on Bazaar. And there are the beeps. Let's jump back over. Let's catch up with our Marsocs here in the... nope, get me out of there. Marsocs here in the southeast. That was not what I wanted to do. Sorry, my camera is lagging a little bit, causing some zooms. I hope that's not too unpleasant. Again, we've got a Kiat objective here. We're going to have White John Wick and Naki going up the East Street. Deadeye, DB Hunter, and Ed Raven making their way along South Street to the west. Looks like we've got a pretty spread defense from ECO. Mangu there on the fountain in a pretty meta spot. Excuse me. Ed Raven and DB Hunter going to split off from Deadeye. Deadeye up here at Billboard underneath. Just west of Billboard, I should say. Pardon me. Looks like they're trying to get peeks up here towards, who is that? Scotty, I think that is, on the second floor of Kiat. That is usually where people by Billboard are looking, as they can get a decent angle on that. Silver Bodyguard looks like they're about to make contact with... Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Something's fighting back on me. DB Hunter gonna take a pick on Lovemore. Lovemore was up here next to Kiat. White John Wick and Scotty gonna trade. Scotty just downed. One of those might have been a grenade. Silver Bodyguard and Deadeye gonna trade out as... Said Naki. I think that was a mistake from the game's a little buggy these days, that's what I'm trying to say. Jigsaw pushing back hard on Naki. Oh man, that's too bad. It looked like Naki was gonna have a good chance to get into the objective space. It was tough. Mangu would have had good eyes on all approaches. But anyways, Naki is dead. Ed Raven going down to Jigsaw upstairs in Kiat. Jigsaw gonna get the res out on Scotty, leaving DB Hunter alone to face all three of them. DB with the M16. Let's ride along with DB, see what they see.
Behind left side.
DB Hunter getting the picks on Scotty. Nice shots, DB. Still has to contend with Jigsaw and Mangu, but he's got plenty of time. There's still 2.5 minutes left. We heard callouts from Jigsaw earlier, plus that flash, so DB Hunter will know there's somebody nearby in Kiat. I don't know if they'll have a read on Mangu at this point. I don't think Mangu has really made a sound yet. And DB Hunter will go down to Mangu there by the fountain. If DB Hunter had a smoke, you can get in right behind this toolbox here, and you can cap from right about here. Now, Mangu, even with the smoke, Mangu may still have been able to get the kill, because you can't stay entirely covered. You do have to expose a little, but next time, you never know. Let's get that. We got that up on the board. Let's get it swapped over. It's now 2-1 here on Bazaar. When we come back in, it will be ECO's turn to attack the Kiat OBJ. Down Brothers will be defending on the Volk. And they'll have to play it carefully, you know. As we saw on the first map, ECO is definitely capable of getting caps. And this, we saw Naki got very close to being there for a cap, and Down Brother, or DB Hunter as well. So when they flip it around, Down Brothers are going to have to be careful and make sure that ECO isn't able to get the cap and secure the map. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. I'm a poet and I wasn't even aware. And there are the beeps, so let's get you swapped back in for ECO's Marsoc round here on Kiat Objective. They're gonna get the west spawn. Got Jigsaw and Mangu splitting off towards Split Street in the east. Scotty, Silver Love, and Silver Bodyguard and Lovemore. Sorry, folks. Pushing their way up in the west. Down Brothers looks like they're still settling into their defense. I can't tell, but I think Jigsaw and Mangu are making their way up into the southeast courtyard. Naki! Wow. Naki gonna get picks onto Jigsaw. Let's get over here with them. I can do that. There we go. Escape. Gonna throw... Was that a frag? If that was a frag, that was a really good frag. And if it was a flash, it was also good. Just a little bit too far. There we see where Jigsaw fell. And Naki is going to get the pick out onto Mangu, wiping out that south approach for ECO. Let's check back in the north. We've still got 3 ECO making the push up here. Silver Bodyguard out in front of Lovemore and White John. Wait, no, not White John Wick. Lovemore and Silver Bodyguard. Scotty. Scotty's the guy I was missing. I can read. Not very well. Silver Bodyguard making an aggressive push here into the bottom of objective space. This could be trouble for Scotty and Deadeye. Gonna trade out, but Silver Bodyguard is here capping. He's got the tablet out. White John Wick isn't able to see. White John Wick didn't rotate far enough. White John Wick, I'm calling you out. You were moving back to watch OBJ, but you didn't make it to where you could actually peek in. If they had come around past this little stall, they might have been able to see in there. Anyways, I shouldn't focus too much on White John Wick because this is a team game, and there were, I think, 4 members of Down Brothers still alive at that point. So excellent job to ECO for getting their second cap of the game and securing map 2 Bazaar. Let me get you over to the scoreboard. Hopefully that'll ease up on my computer a little bit. It does not like displaying onward during the loading screens. Alright. And they have all left because we need to rehost for quarantine anyway. So I'm gonna put us into a quick intermission and we will be rejoining momentarily. Alright, we will be moving to quarantine for our final map this evening. Still got players loading in, so it'll be a moment before we get into the next round. While we wait, I'm going to do some castery stuff, get this set back up. I'll be back with y'all momentarily. We are still waiting for another player to load in for this last map, so we'll be hanging out just a moment longer. When we come back in for quarantine, we're going to have a north of OBJ here behind the semi. This one is a tough one for offense. Usually it is a very open OBJ. There's a lot of avenues into it, but there's no protection for any of them. And there's lots of different places where you can get shot from. So it'll be interesting to see how Down Brothers set up their defense. There are a few meta spots, of course. There's always going to be a few meta spots, but this one in particular leaves a number of options open to the defense. Of course, Quarantine is the map of options with 12 different objective spawns. You can do just about anything here. Do have our 10th player loaded in, I should say. We're just waiting to get all 5 readied up, and we should be starting around hopefully pretty soon. It does look like... Excuse me, it does look like we've had another substitution for Down Brothers. Ed Raven has come back in. No, it was King, I think, was the one that stepped out for Bazaar. And has come back in for Naki 808. And there are the beeps. Let's get you swapped back in. We've got ECO over here in the southeast. Again, we are going for a north semi-OBJ. This is one of the furthest spawns, if not the furthest spawn you can have for this one. It's going to give Down Brothers plenty of time to get in position and get set up. Jigsaw and Mangu coming out to the North Street. Jigsaw gonna trade out with White John Wick. White John Wick is just down there on AC rooftop. Mangu pushing up to the motel. Lovemore gonna pick up Deadeye. Deadeye was there on the northeast corner of AC. I think they might have been rotating in to try and get the revive onto White John Wick. Who is that? Somebody is already up in the plane body. Got Silver Bodyguard over here and Lovemore over by tank. Ed Raven does get the revive onto White John Wick, bringing us back to a 4v4. Silver Bodyguard continuing to make their way out to the west alley. Shots coming out, sounds like from AC. Let's jump, who was that? Ed Raven on AC taking shots over at Lovemore. White John Wick at risk, getting picked up by Scotty. I think White John Wick, I think they both heard some footsteps, judging by the way they both slowed up at about the same time. White John Wick gonna get the pick on Scotty. Needs to watch out for Mangu in the north, might be able to get this refrag. Ed Raven does down Lovemore. Lovemore was over. DB Hunter gets Silver Bodyguard. Silver Bodyguard was the one pushing up in the west. Lovemore is over in front of Sarlacc Pit, leaving just Mangu alive here behind the north wall. Let's be right along with them. And DB Hunter over here by the red scaffold will get the final pick onto Mangu. That was just a really strong defense for Down Brothers there. So, that's 1 point to the visitor on the third map. Let's get swapped over to the scoreboard. Down Brothers taking a lead here on Quarantine. At this point though, I don't think I've said it yet, at this point though, ECO has won the match. Right now they are playing for MMR. In VRML we always play the third map. It can make a big difference on how much ladder movement you have on any given match. You know, I don't think I ever realized that the roof here above the stairs was open. I don't know if that's useful, but I'm totally going to try and throw a grenade in there sometime now. When we come back in, it will be the Down Brothers Marsoc round. They'll be attacking the North Semi-OBJ again. As we saw from Mangu, like I said, there's a number of approaches and you can get pretty far, but where Mangu was, you know, they weren't that far from OBJ, but they were a wide open cross to get the rest of the way, and I think there was at least two, if not three Down Brothers with eyes on them on that cross. But I heard some beeps, so let's jump back over. We will jump in with the Marsoc once my computer catches up. There we go. Nope. There we go. Jump in with them. We got Deadeye and DB Hunter going around to the east. White John Wick pushing up towards Tank. King pushing west in the south, as well as Ed Raven. We're getting the same spawn that ECO had. Whoa, and my cat is in my lap again. King pushing up to center burning and tucking in. They have pushed rather aggressively and gotten kind of out in front of their team. Although our friends over here in the east are kind of a similar distance away, so I kind of take that back. This does seem to be a pretty evenly timed approach. That is something that you will see in not necessarily higher level teams, but teams that have more. Jigsaw getting a pick on Ed Raven. Ed Raven was down on the west side of center burning. Let's jump over to Jigsaw, see what they're seeing. What I was going to say, what you'll see both amongst higher level teams or just teams that have more experience with each other. Jigsaw going to trade out with DB Hunter, Jigsaw just down. Teams that have a lot of experience with each other is they can feel the push and they can keep. You see here we've got a pretty even line across this approach. They're clotheslining across to the northwest. As Silver Bodyguard kind of pick up Deadeye, put a little wrinkle in that plan. What I was saying though is they were keeping a pretty even line pushing across to OBJ, and that is something you do see amongst teams that have experience with each other and that do play well with each other. I worked way too hard to get that out amongst the calls. I should probably wait for better timing. Silver Bodyguard pushing out on AC Roof. They're looking out to the west. I think they do know that King is out that way. White John Wick not making a sound, very quietly pushing up. I think they probably will have heard Silver Bodyguard up there. King way out in the west. Just clearing everything out. There's still 3 minutes 40 seconds, so they've got more than enough time to go one way, change their mind, and re-rotate a different way. Silver Bodyguard definitely going to be making enough noise for John Wick to hear now, although I think John Wick may have done something to give away their presence as well. That first flash does hit. The second one was not a flash, it was a grenade. It's going to down him, and Silver Bodyguard going to get the confirm. Love a nade kill. Sorry, John, but you gotta love it when someone gets blown up in this game. King, the last one alive for Down Brothers against 4 ECO. Let's ride along with King for a little bit, see what they're gonna do. Sorry guys, I was kind of stuttering there. It doesn't look like I'm really dropping too many frames, so I think that was just a weird little instance that hopefully is passed. Let's keep watching King as they're pushing up. Silver Bodyguard, I think, has now heard them. As Silver Bodyguard's making an aggressive swing over this way, they will trade out with King. Good defense from both squads here on the North OBJ. Nope, I'm not in Onward, that's why that's not working. There we go, let's get that up. And then let's get a point on the board for the home team on the 3rd map. Get us swapped over. There we go, so it's 1-to-1 here on Quarantine. I like it when they trade round for round, that makes for good viewing. More interesting for me and more interesting for you. Does make it harder on the players. Thank you guys for putting up a good game. When we come back in, it is going to be the gas station OBJ. It's not actually the gas station, it's this little garage room right next to the gas station, just east of the gas station, but I don't really know what to call this building. I know some people call it garage, but lots of people call lots of things garage, so I try to not call anything garage on this map. Except for, of course, the actual parking garage underneath Tank Building. I do still call that garage. I need to say garage one more time. I've said it too much. It's starting to lose meaning. Anyways, when we come back in, we will be at that OBJ just east of gas station. I think this one's a pretty fair OBJ for both squads, at least in total. I will say, once you start losing some defenders, it swings in the Marsoc advantage quickly. I heard some beeps, so let's get swapped over there. Wait, nope, I did that wrong. Let's get swapped over to the gameplay there. So yes, there we are. Oh, and it's going to be a quick spawn here in the southeast for ECO. Got all 5 pushing across the south dune. I got a smoke coming out to cover that cross. Got Jigsaw and Scotty pushing north, Lovemore pushing south. The smoke made it. Whoa, whoa, way lagging, way lagging. Sorry about DB Hunter falls through the map. Don't see that every day. Lovemore. White John Wick getting Silver Bodyguard. Lovemore was the one who got the pick onto DB Hunter. It's now a 4v4. King gonna pick up Scotty. Lovemore gonna take out Deadeye. It is a 3v3. We've got King and White John Wick over there at the broken wing, at the wing courtyard. This is a little bit of an unconventional defense for Down Brothers. Normally you see someone much closer to OBJ, either in that actual garage room or right here in the east room of the gas station. A lot of shots going out from both sides. Doesn't seem like anyone's connecting much. Mangu sneaking up in the south. King and White John Wick looks like they're both taking shots up at Lovemore, as Ed Raven, who does rotate into the gas station, will get the pick on... Is that Jigsaw up there? I'm not sure who that was. I am dropping more frames. This is unfortunate. What can I do to reduce load? Okay. Whoa, sorry. You know what, I'm gonna plant this camera here for a second and try and change a thing or two on my side and see if I can't free up a little processor for quarantine. Yeah, there we go, that's a little better. It is a 3v2. We've got 3 defenders for Down Brothers with White John Wick on a flank looking to envelop Lovemore and Mangu. Lovemore gonna down White John Wick, ready for that flank. Oh, that excellent flash. That flash was all over Lovemore. It doesn't look like either of them are gonna push it. That does buy them the time to get set and be ready for Lovemore and Mangu to push around here. I was gonna say, I'm not sure Lovemore was ready for that flank or if White John Wick took shots and gave away their position. I think Ed Raven was tucked in enough that that flash would not have connected. Mangu out in the open. That flash will hit King. That flash will probably hit Mangu. I think Lovemore and Ed Raven can still see. King can probably see again now. King pushing in. King could be trouble for Lovemore and Mangu. Oh, but Lovemore gonna get the pick. That little crack in the wall is always tough. You gotta be careful because quarantine has the worst colliders. It's just too bad for King. If King had gone around into this gap, that could have gone entirely different. But they did go down over the wall there. I don't know if it was a collider issue or if that was just they missed their shots, but Mangu is going to get the headshot onto Ed Raven through the bathroom window. The bathroom? Gas station window, excuse me. So, let's get one more point up on the board for the home team. ECU coming out in front here on quarantine. It does look like we have lost a member of Down Brothers. Not sure if that was a drop or if they are trading someone out again. We will see in the next round. Next round will be our 4th round here on quarantine, which means we'll still be at the same OBJ in the southwest. But this time, the Down Brothers will be attacking on their MARSOC round. Alright, jumping back in. Looks like we've got Down Brothers playing... Oh, are they a man down? Looks like Down Brother is down 1, and they may be experiencing tech issues. We heard a comment about bugginess. And it is true, Onward is buggy in its current state. We've got Wine John Wick and Ed Raven pushing towards AC Roof. King and Deadeye joining them. Do have a pretty good spread in the southwest for ECO. Looks like one all the way over at Red Scaffold and one all the way behind Hospital in the east. One down in Gas Station, one rotating behind Broken Wing Courtyard, and I think that is Silver Bodyguard in the Staircase of Center Burning, maybe just on the 2nd floor. Deadeye and Silver Bodyguard gonna be seeing each other soon. Yeah, that Silver Bodyguard's just up on the 2nd floor. That could be bad news for Deadeye. The angle may be more advantageous to Silver Bodyguard, but Deadeye does get past them. No one in the west sees Deadeye. Deadeye might get this. Oh no! Silver Bodyguard with the swing on Deadeye. I thought they might be able to pull that one out. It's jump back in with one of the other Marsoc. Ed Raven taking shots over here towards center burning from White Car in the northwest. Got King pushing up slowly. Is King down? No, King pushing up slowly. Gonna take out Mangu on the red scaffold. Ed Raven pushing up towards the other red, the impact red scaffold. White John Wick on their way west to link back up with King and Ed Raven as they all come together here at impact. It is a 3 vs 4, despite what the UI says right now. Down Brothers did load in without one of their players. Looks like King is making their way up to the second floor balcony as Ed Raven will join White John Wick on the west side of the building. Scotty, thinking about making a rotation, gonna back off. White John Wick taking shots at Scotty, I think. Looked like that was the only person he would have had an angle on. Scotty throwing a flashback, I'm pretty sure that was at Scotty. Ed Raven and Silver Bodyguard gonna trade. Silver Bodyguard, I believe, was still at center burning. They rotated out of center burning. Scotty gonna pick up White John Wick, leaving just King here in the plain fuselage against 3 ECO. King will be able to hear Scotty's callouts. Scotty pre-firing the other side. King gonna get the pickup. Good rotation, good use of utility there, King. Bringing us to a 2v1, but Lovemore there in gas station will get the final kill on King. It is now a 3-1 here on Quarantine in ECO's favor. When we come back in, it's going to be a center burning OBJ. And there are the beeps, so let's get you swapped back over. Looks like we have a southeast spawn for ECO here on the map point for them. Still have all 5 in for ECO. Looks like we are still down a player for Down Brothers. Heavy push to the south. 3 gonna cross South Street. Jigsaw taking early shots as looks like 1 will cross south for the Volk. Silver Bodyguard, the only remaining Marsoc north of the South Street. Looks like they are pushing down underneath Tank Building. Jigsaw gonna make their way into the south with the other 3 members of ECO. Jigsaw taking a pick out onto Deadeye. Ed Raven and Jigsaw gonna trade on the refrag. What was Ed Raven? Ed Raven, I think, was in center burning, and Deadeye was on top of hospital, I think. as, oh, who is that? Is that Silver Bodyguard is up and they're almost able to be, they've got the tablet out. This looks like this is going to be a cap. You can cap from right there. And King cannot see Silver Bodyguard from this position. This is going to be a cap. Yep, and there it is. King will get that kill on the Mango as they come out of the Sarlacc pit, but it doesn't matter. The damage has been done. Giving us a 5-1 win on Marsoc, on Quarantine. 5-1 win on Quarantine for ECO, giving us a final score of 4-1-4-1-5-1. Nicely done to both teams. Looking over at the lobby, it looks like they are departing. We will not have a fourth map just for funsies. Which is okay. You don't have to. So, that's going to be the end. That's going to be the end. We had a great game. Had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. What are some things we saw? We saw a good subway. I think we saw a cap on every map from ECO. That's impressive. And I want to give a tip of the hat to Down Brothers. The scoreline doesn't show it, but y'all put up a really good... Doesn't show as clearly, excuse me. Doesn't show as clearly, but you all put up a good fight. There were not many rounds where ECO had 4 or 5 members up. You were making them earn every point. And I do remember, I think it was that first round on Quarantine, didn't you all have 5 men up at the end? So, even though the scoreboard shows a strong win to ECO, it was a more evenly matched fight than that reflects, and it was very fun to watch all around. So, with that little jibber jabber done, I want to thank ECO and Down Brothers for coming out and playing and having me cast. I want to thank all of our friends for tuning in from home and watching us. I think that's going to be it. Check out the VRML Discord. There's going to be more games coming up. My name's been Bob the Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great night.